show tonight, though.
I used to have, this is really funny. I used to have a daydream. It would happen every time I would get in the shower when I was in middle school.
Wait. Let's keep the shower story hold the shower story, Jake, because it's time to start the, oh man, holy moly.
We're on the right
Am
show,
I on the right show?
Right.
I'm hitting record. Am I on the right show? Look at, you know what, guys? 5, 4, 3, 2.
We're live.
Welcome. First story.
That would be mind-blowing.
Trending stories are taking over.
TSTO. Why does he get a bell for that?
Next story.
Everybody get down. According to the sounds, I'm not doing so hot today.
TSTO.
TSTO thing. TSTO-NG.
TSTO.
That's crazy.
Story time. What is happening, people of the interwebs? It's Trending Stories taking over. It's Thursday. I am Todd Frazier.
I'm Jake Frazier.
And we are here, prime time. Time. And you know, we got to kick it off with some Eric's Bike Repair at the beginning.
That was fun. That was a good time.
You know what? Cool. I enjoy me some Eric's Bike Repair.
Who are these guys? Where'd they come from?
Who are these guys? These guys. Tell us who Eric's Bike Repair is. Like,
who's Eric?
Fill the people in.
Eric's Bike Repair is my band.
What?
Yeah, I sing in it, and I play guitar. And it's named after Eric Nilsson, who's a friend of the show.
Who we will talk about tonight. Because Eric, Chris, you don't know this yet. Chris is in the building. Chris, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
We are Steveless at the moment.
He's going to be here.
He's on his way.
Evaporate.
He's not there. He's still not there yet. Okay, but he will be. I have faith. Dean's here. Dean, what's going on? Kyle, what's up, buddy? Hey,
what up, Kyle?
How's Minnesota? What's going on over there? Are people?
Are you from Minnesota, Kyle?
Yeah.
That's where Tiny Moving Parts is from. That's like
Tiny Moving Parts. Kyle, do you know Tiny Moving Parts?
I have seen that band more than any other band, and let me tell you, they keep getting better.
But do their parts get any bigger?
Getting smaller as they speak. Too much.
All right, so
creatine.
Oh, Tiffany's here. Tiffany, what's going on? What's going on?
Okay, now we can totally start. Tiffany's here. So
That's right. If Tiffany's here, then it's official. We can start.
Yeah. Wait, I feel like
came into the store the other day. I was like, wow, hey.
Wait, Tiffany did?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, awesome. What'd she order? Tiffany, we're exposing your order right now, your Starbucks order.
I don't remember. I'm sorry, Tiffany. Yeah. You have to come in more often. It takes me a good 3 or 4 times to remember.
Can I get a latte half calf with a splash of face paint?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Hey, Tiffany could help you out with that, with the splash of face paint.
We can work together.
She could do that. So what is going on? We are on, Kyle, you're watching us on Instagram as well. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on Twitch. Where are we not? I would think we're everywhere.
You're going to say all the places, aren't you?
I mean, no. Why would I? That's not a thing that I say.
You are like a struggling alcoholic when it comes to saying the term interwebs and when it comes to saying all the places.
But you got to put it together. It's people of the interwebs. You got to put all of that together.
People of the interwebs, and we're on all the places.
Hey, look at that. Kyle says we stream all the places.
We stream all the places.
You know what? I was just saying what Kyle commented. It wasn't actually me.
TSTO merch coming out soon. It's going to have Todd's face. It's going to be a cartoon. It's going to say, we're on all the places.
We're on all the places. We're one of the best quotes from when we were earlier on doing this that you'd put on Instagram, and we haven't used it, which we should, is we doing it live.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing it live.
I was actually thinking about that today. I was thinking about bringing back that whole like long chain of Instagram stories I would do before a show.
Yes.
And there was the one where I was thinking about it actually while I was on the Johnson. Thinking about
on the John.
Yeah,
no,
wait.
The John's son. Maybe it's like a little one next to the.
Yeah, he's suffocated.
It's baby John.
It's a potty. It's a little potty.
It's a little
potty Johnson. Little Johnson. Yeah, that's good. This is great, guys.
So Dean's here. Maybe Dean actually said that Dean did he possess you yet? Did the Pendergast?
Not yet. I'm feeling good. I bathed myself in holy water tonight before the show.
So you don't think Dean's gonna get you tonight?
No, I don't.
Oh, great.
No, that was a joke. That was all me.
That was all you?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't tell when it's real and when it's fake.
It's almost like it's a bit.
No. That would be that wouldn't be us. We're truthful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like
this is a reputable news source.
That's right. We don't just like say things that are lies, like that are obviously not true.
No, but hang on, wait a minute. We're like the flipboard of shows.
We are like the flipboard of shows.
We just aggregate.
We do. We aggregate the show, And then we're moving cameras around.
Why
here.
are you moving
Watch
me?
out.
Why not? Because I think, you know what? I think Chris needs a little bit of zoom there. A little bit of
Sure.
excitement. A little bit of like,
Wait,
bring
start
it
crying.
in.
Start crying. Start crying. Oh, have you been moved? Wow.
Further and
Wait,
further
no.
away.
Why do we keep zooming in?
Oh, closer. Well, it said that.
At first, I thought this was going to be like, well on its way, alone on a hill.
No, it's not.
And
It's just
then
sad
with a
music.
foolish grin
It's just
is
the sad music.
sitting perfectly still.
Yeah. No, it's not that.
Nobody
Hey,
lived to know him.
if you're watching on Instagram, you can go ahead and comment. I'm watching over here. I'm watching down here. Like I'm watching on all the places, Jake.
With all the comments.
That's right. All the comments, all the things.
Places, all the things.
Guys,
Yeah.
how have we been this week? I feel like all of us are pretty tired tonight. This is my
Yeah,
second cup of coffee.
you're on your second cup of coffee. Chris, you stopped and got a coffee
I
on the way
stopped
in.
drinking water years ago. If it doesn't have coffee in it, it doesn't belong in my body.
That's why the bathroom smelled so bad after you did a number one.
I think that very well could be what that stench
It's
is.
just refined coffee.
You know, I appreciate that. Every day, every dawn is a new challenge. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's
And
what I
every day is like a blank canvas. Every show is like a blank canvas with us, being able to put our feelings onto said canvas. Guys, I watched a French movie today. I'm with my feels.
Okay, but you know what? Speaking of artistic, I think that's a great place to start because
Okay.
blank canvases, being artistic, and something that we actually talked about 2 shows ago, but we also mentioned it again last show. And then
Oh,
you had a
yeah.
birthday.
I did have a birthday.
You had a birthday, and you have a buddy.
August
yeah.
14th
Oh,
was
happy
my birthday.
birthday.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So like he's officially 23.
Yeah, you're
23.
right.
You can't
That's it?
officially be feeling 22 anymore.
Nope. No, I've seen. Okay, but wait a minute. I know Hot Girl Summer has been canceled. Sorry, all you girls on Instagram. But
Hot Girl Summer. Wait, explain to me about Hot Girl Summer.
You don't know about Hot Girl
I don't know
Summer?
about Hot Girl Summer.
okay, if you've heard about Hot Girl Summer, I want to hear the people's definitions in the chat. But
Okay.
essentially, what I know Hot Girl Summer to be is when your Instagram feed is just laden with pictures of girls in bikinis at beaches. It becomes like a Sports Illustrated swimsuit magazine.
Right.
Yeah, and that's Hot Girl Summer.
And it
it's
got canceled? Because of
yes,
COVID?
Yes, because nobody's like really going to the beaches. And
Everyone's
if they do,
going to the beach, though.
But if they do,
That's like the only place you can go without a mask.
But
and
if
not be
you're
like,
gonna be- if-
stone thrown at you.
I
What-
understand.
now,
That's
hey,
not true. That is not true.
That's right. And in LA, they're ticketing.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
ticketing
really?
people at the beaches for not wearing masks.
Yeah, watch out, Santa Monica. No, but
That's a big
regardless,
buzzer
like,
for LA.
you can't-
Nona, how are you doing? Hi, Nona. Yes, back to Hot Girl
Nona. Okay, Nona mentioned to me Tubi, or mentioned to us on the show when we were talking about streaming services. We were
Right,
talking
Tubi.
about the Peacock story.
Yeah.
I downloaded it today. Phenomenal streaming service.
Is it?
You know
Totally
what?
free.
What's on it?
Well, this French movie, for
Okay.
one, that I watched, it's called The Untouchables.
The Untouchables.
You might know the U.S. version of the story. It's called The Upside, starring Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston.
Oh, yeah, that's a great movie.
It's
I like
a great
that.
movie. Yes,
Yeah. There's a French version or the original?
The original is a French movie called The Untouchables.
You know what? We always just redo stuff with our movies, don't we?
Well, yeah.
Name 5 original 4-screen scripts. Like,
Five
what is
original
4-screen
like
mean?
meaning like it wasn't originally a graphic novel, a book, or someone else's.
Well,
redone
Star
movie.
Wars. Star Wars
Yeah,
wasn't
from
originally a 4-screen
40 years
thing.
ago.
And then,
I think recent.
oh dear God.
Yeah.
Tenet?
That was oh, that's a bell. Yeah, Tenet. Christopher
came out
Nolan,
today.
right?
We're going to talk
Chris
about
Nolan,
that.
though.
Inception.
I feel like he's one of the few who really
Memento.
does-
Memento wasn't a thing before.
Memento
That-
had to have been a European
No.
film before.
M.
was
Night
it?
Shyamalan?
Hey, comment. Let us know.
Well, Memento is Nolan, wasn't it?
no, that was M. Night
no.
Shyamalan.
Same. I mean, it's that idea. It's mind numbing.
Memento?
Whatever it is.
Well, you go shock because of the fact that Christopher Nolan did Inception,
right.
and so everybody's like, or no, in Interstellar and
He did
Inception,
both,
yeah.
right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
everybody's freaking out over both those things.
And The Prestige.
right,
Right.
Excellent.
Memento was. Oh wait,
Kyle
that was
makes a good
Christopher
point.
Nolan.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Whoa.
Chris knows his stuff.
I know my Nolan stuff.
Chris
man.
knows his Christophers.
Wow.
Chris Nolan, Chris Christopherson.
Anyway,
Chris
that was
Evans, Chris Hemsworth.
that. Yeah, you
All
know a
the
lot of them?
Chris's.
Chris Pratt.
All the
Yeah.
Chris's.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle
a-
makes a
we're
good
a
point.
force.
Kyle says that Tenet is spelled the same both ways.
That's a thing.
It's like
What's it
race
called?
car.
Is that part of the thing? Is that part of the show?
Or Taco Cat?
Yeah.
Taco Cat.
Taco Cat. That's
There
my
should be a
favorite
movie,
one.
Taco
That's
Cat.
there
Taco
should be
Cat backwards is Taco
You know what?
Cat.
If Chris Nolan made Taco Cat, I mean, I think I'd go watch it. But you know what? There's a lot to talk about. We really need to get, there's a lot of stories, and we
there's a
have to
bunch
get
of
to them.
Well-
And there's something we need to talk about because you got a present for your birthday.
Was it a
Back to
blank
where we were
canvas?
talking. It was a blank canvas until
At
it
one
wasn't.
point, yeah.
Okay.
And now it's something that we talked about on the show. So
Okay.
Eric Nielsen,
Uh-oh.
the namesake for Eric's Bike
Eric's
Repair.
Bike Repair decided to.
So Nielsen, Eric, you get a bell and an applause for that. You went out and found on Crackhead Craigslist.
Yeah, on Crackhead Craigslist.
You literally
the
found
Luigi
it and
board.
you bought it. And on the back, there's a name.
Yeah. Let's shout that out.
So,
Let's actually give her some credit.
Kooky Creations by Kate. Facebook and Etsy. Let's go.
Awesome.
Man, look at that.
Look at
Can
that.
You see that, guys?
Kooky Creations by Kate. We literally have
Show us
the
as many
Luigi
Ks as
board
I do.
in the house.
Look at that.
Look at that.
I mean,
That's
that
awesome.
artwork
That's solid
is-
craftsmanship
it's
right
really
there.
Nice. You know, I'm
I bet you
interested-
that's American first.
Mario's actually started, wasn't it?
Hey,
Japan.
stop
It
it.
was Japan.
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
All right, I'm going to stop.
It was Japan. It was
Give us
Japanese.
something. Give us something. Mario was not
Mouse.
Japanese.
Yes, it was.
Mickey
No,
Mouse.
okay, but he's not.
No,
I
he's
thought you said
Italian.
Mario was
He's
Japanese.
Italian.
No,
He's
okay.
Italian, but
Mario
know-
origin.
We don't need to know Mario's origin. It's Italy.
was there
it's
ever
Italy.
a Mario Brothers 1?
You know,
Well, there was Mario Brothers, and then there was Super Mario Brothers.
Shigeru Miyamoto was the one who created Mario.
Yeah.
That's actually the thing. Well, let's. What does Steve think? Oh, Steve's here.
Welcome.
Steve,
He
welcome.
operated.
I've been here all along.
You the whole time. See, you guys. You think we showed you he wasn't empty here? He's here.
Guys, did we bring a ghost?
With
us today? Because if we
Ask the
did,
Luigi board.
With your phone.
Steve's here.
Steve's here. Yeah,
I was
that's
just trying to figure out what
It's a
time
yes.
Ish was at.
Ish was actually almost right at, like, we started the timer and like we rolled in at 8-ish.
Right.
It was great.
It was a legit 8-ish.
Yeah, it was a legit 8-ish. I think that's a good way to put it.
There's no possible
But
way
Steve-
for 8-ish to be legit.
But Steve, we haven't even actually gotten to the first story. So
Well,
you
that's
didn't really
normal.
miss any of the show. Like
Whoa.
it's all
Biggs coming from Steve over here, little grave digger Steve. Hey,
I'm amped up tonight.
yeah, are you?
yeah. So
About what?
so you were at the recording for Church for the Weekend.
Still recording.
Yeah, though they're still going.
Oh, they're
you're
still
like
going.
you're like, you know what? I gotta be at the show.
Music recording?
They're music recording tonight.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So
So boots and cats.
boots and cats and boots
Yep.
and cats. But you know what? It's enough. It's enough to make a person crazy. When you got all the coronavirus stuff happening and you got things you got to miss. You got Luigi boards coming in the mail. But sometimes
Spooky.
sometimes you just really want to get your hair did. You just
Right.
really, really want to get your hair did. And that is true for not only the common person, but also for the government representatives, namely, and you may have heard this story already, Nancy Pelosi's in the news, guys.
Oh, really?
Nancy Pelosi, she's say
People
what you
are having a fit
say-
over this woman.
Say what you will about Nancy, okay?
But she's got to look
slimy,
good.
slimy
you want me to
lizard
start?
lady.
so say what you will about Nancy, but you know what? Her hair always looks good,
What are you talking about?
and now we
I
know
thought it was
why.
a wig.
Now we know why it always looks good
Yeah.
because Nancy's been going to the hair salons.
course she has.
So Nancy,
While eating her ice cream.
so yes, eating her ice cream. So Nancy went to a hair salon and got her hair cut indoors in San Francisco, which is not allowed
Without a mask.
without a mask. And there's video footage
Yeah,
of it.
CCTV, baby. Eyes are everywhere. People
So-
on the streets beware.
Nona says, don't even start with the Pelosi. Ugh. Okay, no, but we're going to because we have exclusive footage.
I think it's safe to say now that our fans are clamoring.
And by exclusive footage, I mean like I stole it from another show that had exclusive footage. So, but we're going to show it here tonight. But the thing that I want to highlight
It's
is
a re-exclusive.
yeah, no
yes,
content is safe.
It's a
no
re-exclusive.
content is safe. We need a buddy cop movie where we're just like the
No
content
content is
police
safe.
or like the content kidnappers. We have a segment coming up at the end of the show.
That's
tonight.
right. Yeah,
Content
you're gonna have to
matters.
watch for it. You have to watch for it. But okay, so Pelosi. So the big thing with it is it's not allowed. All the hair salons are closed, and they're going out of business because they're closed.
No, they're open now in Orange County.
Outside,
Not in San Francisco.
not inside.
No,
and
they're
San
open.
Francisco, right? They just did.
Right.
But not when this happened.
Do you think they just did because of this?
No, because this just came out like 2 days ago.
Well-
so here's the thing that's crazy. Pelosi went in, got caught in a hair salon. Oh man, What do you think her response? Chris, have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, what do you think Pelosi's response was to being caught on tape in a hair salon?
I can imagine her if I can channel. I can't do it, Pelosi, but
Try.
No,
we want to see that.
That doesn't apply here. That doesn't apply here. It's okay.
That's a really deep Pelosi.
You know,
That doesn't apply here. That doesn't apply here. Like, let's let a real voice come out. That does not apply here.
that does not
I am
apply
a-
here.
Think about it though.
I am
That's
a robot
like
overlord.
that's like it's basically like no you. No, you.
It's yes,
No,
exactly,
you.
exactly. It's from last week when it's China telling Uzbekistan or where
Kazakhstan. Yeah,
one of the
yeah.
stands that you have something different, and
No,
they're like,
no,
no, we
you.
don't. No, you do. No, we
No,
don't.
you. No,
so,
your
So
mom.
Pelosi comes out, and I want to show you the video.
Please do.
So what is Tiffany says? Tiffany says OC is inside as of this last Monday. Okay,
Correct, yeah.
So San Francisco is not. So here, I want to show you guys. Here is Pelosi's response. Okay, here we go. That is not it. That is not Pelosi's response because this is it.
This is a complete violation of what the
We're a well-oiled machine.
allow, which is that such hair appointments need to happen outdoors, not indoors. And after this came out, the footage was first provided to Fox News. The owner
Liars!
criticized Nancy Pelosi in an
Fake
interview
news.
with Fox News. We've reached out to the owner too, and then after she's gotten some criticism.
Man, she got
by
the robe and
president, by
everything?
Republicans.
Oh, yeah.
She responded very strongly today by saying that all of this appears to have been a setup.
Yeah. So watch.
I take responsibility for trusting the word of the neighborhood salon that I've been to over the years many times, and that when they said, well, we're able to accommodate people one person at a time, I trusted that. As it turns out, it was a setup. So I take responsibility
Wow.
for
No, you-
falling for a setup.
No, you don't.
So wait, no. So she
Someone
takes
needs to
responsibility. I take responsibility for being set up, not for saying I went and I did a bad thing. There's
We need
no
to
ability.
put a bullet in her mailbox.
No.
In her
That
mailbox.
don't do a bullet in her mailbox. That's
Richard
not a good
Chase,
idea.
mailbox
Steve,
bullet.
Steve, what?
That video of her didn't really look that great, anyways. She had a haircut.
Yeah, she shouldn't have got.
No, I was literally just saying or thinking to myself, she looks like Sissy Spacek.
Oh, a little bit.
The girl that played Carrie in Carrie, and then she was in Castle Rock. Here's a picture of her, right?
Yep.
Here's a picture over here.
Yep. Let's see, Jake.
And then that's a sad song.
Yeah. Sissy.
But like, look at
You
this
can see
picture of her.
Well, you got to show them. You
Oh,
can't just show me.
Yeah. You're right.
Come on. What are you doing
All right,
here?
so let's look at how close up that is. Right. Look at that.
Yeah. Okay.
those
There it
facial
is. There it
features.
is.
That's
And then
Pelosi,
go to
right?
Sissy
To me,
Spacek.
yeah, it's the nose and it's the eyes and it's the mouth with the dead smile. And then we have Sissy
You sure that
Spacek
wasn't her
now.
mask?
Yeah, that might have been her mask. And then there's Sissy Spacek.
I
see the resemblance.
Uncanny.
You know, I see the resemblance.
But she looks like nicer. Like,
Oh,
like
yeah,
Sissy
no.
Spacek has a soul.
Yeah, when she's not covered in blood and killing a bunch of kids in a locked gymnasium at a high school, she's
Right.
really sweet.
Yeah, because that was her character. That wasn't actually Sissy Spacek's. Like, that's not her thing.
What?
She's a movie character. Carrie's not
I
real.
thought Drew Barrymore.
You mean
was
she
in
wasn't
Carrie
inhabited
when
like
she was a kid.
Jake gets inhabited?
What?
No, not like that. Not like that. There's no Penderghost to take him over. But okay, so here's the thing. We got an exclusive.
Oh.
We got an exclusive for you guys.
Exclusive or
A
re-exclusive?
TSTO?
A re-exclusive.
Okay.
A re-exclusive of the actual setup where they set Pelosi up. Do you guys want to see it?
Yeah.
You want to see it? Let's
I'd love
check
to
it
see
out.
this.
Okay, here we go.
Dear God, what is this?
PC Salon SF? Yes, madam speaker. Yes, we can squeeze you in tomorrow morning. Thanks.
And that's it.
Wait,
She called in. The setup was she called in,
Was that real?
and it's a re-exclusive. Yeah, of course it is.
Wait, hang on. I feel like I am being led astray.
You want to see that again? You want to see that again? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Here's the
Is this your
Pelosi
wife?
setup. Here we go.
Is this your wife doing this?
No, that looks kind of like the same place.
PC Salon SF? Yes, madam speaker. Yes, we can squeeze you in tomorrow morning.
This is a bit.
Thanks.
SNL.
They had her. They saw. She called in, and then they got her.
That's a
They
bit.
got her.
It's a bit.
Where did that come from?
Crowder. Stephen Crowder, we salute you.
Nice.
But yeah, so
You threw me for a loop.
so you like that, right?
I was like,
But wait, they didn't explain that one person was allowed in. She said that was the reason she was allowed, because one person at a time.
She's
That
a
wasn't part of the rules.
representative. She's a government official in the state of California. She knows the rules.
But I'm saying they didn't even say that when they made the appointment. She
It's
said
crazy.
they told her.
Yeah, I know. It's just this whole thing is stupid. But this
Steve, that video wasn't real.
this is no the Pelosi
wasn't?
video
What?
was real. But the whole thing about this is just silly. Like the hypocrisy that's being exposed, and she's just like, "No, I didn't do anything wrong. They did."
Yeah, shed some light on the cockroaches. Watch them
What?
scatter.
What? That's
That's like when my children fight and they're like, Dad, he hit me. Well, that sounds bad. What did you do to him?
exactly.
and-
Why did that happen?
Right.
Yeah, eye for an eye. Cain
Well,
and
not
Abel.
eye for an eye. I mean, bring it back. Let's not.
Cain
not.
and Abel, brotherly
let's
love.
not Old Testament stuff.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. This is just going to start happening more and more.
But I just find it interesting that Gavin and all them have perfect hair all the time.
Yep. Yeah. No, they do.
They get house calls.
Well,
Like,
but
that's not allowed either.
Dr. Ned.
Well, so here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Like, this is not just a Pelosi thing. So now the the mayor of Portland moved because people were setting his building on fire. The
His house?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just really? Like,
Because
wait
it's
a
part of the
minute, what?
riots. It's part of the riots in Portland. And
Burn it
so
down,
he
man.
left.
Burn it
so
down. Burn the whole
And
thing
now
down.
they federally deputized the law enforcement there, so they can enforce federal laws now.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, all the stuff that's happening. And then
Do you have to call them sir?
the Democratic, I think the mayor of St. Louis moving because their building was getting lit ablaze.
This is crazy. This
like
is
it's
the stuff
just,
of nightmares.
It's crazy. But federal government, don't come in and fix it. Don't come in and fix it. Don't do it.
As much as I love talking about the
I know you
US
do. You love
economy and the government
economy
and politics and everything.
You'd much rather get to our next story. And I think probably most of us in the room would rather get to the next story.
Yeah, it's
because
hot.
the
Depends.
next story depends. It's not about old people.
Oh, okay.
Do I get a bell for that?
Yeah, that's a good
That's a
bit.
good one. Because guess who's back in the news? You guys,
who back?
You guys, guess who's back?
Back
Oh, I
on
should have had that Slim Shady.
back.
No, because
Tell your friend.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are back in the news, guys. They're back in the news.
Wait,
That's the non-royals.
Yeah,
I didn't know they'd left.
right. Well, they left, and now they've come to California.
They have.
They've come to California. They're here.
Been here for a minute.
And they're doing the thing in Santa Barbara, but turns out they're not very good neighbors.
No. People
They're
real angry.
Yeah, people are not angry. They
Are
would
not angry?
they're
People
Well,
are
they're not-
gangly
definitely not
and they're
Anglican.
angry.
but they're not only angry, they are quote super annoyed.
Oh no, that's a
Super,
TMZ quote. Don't
Meghan
even-
Markle and Prince Harry's Montecito neighbors are super annoyed because now this little clip here, or this statement here said Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's neighbors in Montecito are apparently super annoyed by all the helicopter and paps. And I was like,
Paparazzis.
I know, but when I read that at first, I was like, why?
All
what do
the
I not know?
passwords?
They drink a
I
lot
don't know
of-
about
There's like an
Instagram
old
summer.
Man, yeah,
like-
there's an old man that crawls up on their front
Yeah.
porch. He's like, "I'm Pappy, and today is when I smear my dookie all over your front
what?
window."
No. He's
When
got
you
his
first-
depends on.
When you first said that Paps, I thought maybe they were throwing all their old beer cans out. The Paps Blue Ribbon.
PBR.
there you go.
That's right. That's right.
We're American now.
But
All right.
so
Where
they're
the beer rock and roll loves to drink.
they've brought helicopters and paparazzi, and they're just annoying the neighbors. But you know what?
paparazzi
that
and
doesn't
helicopters?
stop. Paparazzi and helicopters. Maybe
But the
paparazzi in helicopters.
The helicopters have been flying around 4 times a day, circling their circling their house.
now, and they haven't even been seen in public yet.
No. They're shacked up inside. A lot of people think it's because of the fact that they're getting all these pops. Pops.
Or maybe it's coronavirus.
No,
Maybe it's
no.
the COVID. Maybe they got. Oh, you know who got COVID? Dwayne
got-
The Rock Johnson.
No,
What?
he
Yeah,
didn't.
families.
him and his family. The whole everybody got it.
Yeah.
They ran through, and
I can
and
see
his
The
comment
Rock
was,
getting it and be like, "Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?"
and they're like, "No, Daddy, that's COVID." Oh yeah, I thought that
that's
smelled
right.
weird.
It was the first time I don't even want to do that bit.
No,
It's not a good
no,
bit
it's not a good one. It's not a good one. So, but they're in California. The bigger news is they signed the deal with Netflix.
Yeah, finally.
So they finally signed this deal with Netflix. Prince Harry and Meghan sign megawatt Netflix deal.
Okay.
So here's the thing about this that I was expecting this was going to be. This was going to be like a behind the scenes Meghan and Harry like TV show. Nope, it's not going to be that at all. It is going to be, they are going to yet to be named production company and signed a multi-year deal with Netflix, which will pay them to make documentaries, docuseries, feature films, scripted shows, and children's programming.
Hey, you know what? We don't need any more of that.
Programming?
We don't need any more of that.
No,
because
we do
we're
not.
already doing so much of that with these dang phones.
I tell you what, the phones?
The dang phones.
The dang phones. Is it the Hot Girl Summer that you're referring to?
This is a bad bit. Let's move on.
So Jake, you did some deep dive into what's happening here. And you made a comparison that I think was phenomenal.
Which one?
I'll let you get to it.
Which phenomenal?
It had to do with some another power couple.
Oh, yeah. And this wasn't my doing. This is actually in the article. They talk about how the deal that they gave to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry is very similar to the deal that they gave to Barack Obama and Michelle Obama.
Right.
Because of the fact that they want those powerhouses, those recognizable individuals, in order to be able to bring in more people to their 193 million subscribers already and watch these things that they produce that may have nothing to do with their lives at all. You know, they want to do the docuseries like they mentioned, documentaries. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry both said that they would be involved in things like that, but
from a producer-director role.
Also showing up on screen, but the thing that's the biggest news is that Meghan Markle said that she's done acting.
Right, she said, I'm finished.
Right.
No more Suits. No more Meghan Markle on Hallmark Channel.
On camera, she was on Suits in 2018,
yep. Which is a phenomenal show. You ever watch Suits?
Yeah, I watched like 2 or 3 episodes after I said that I had never watched it, and I got ridiculed. So
good for you.
Again, peer pressure pushes me into a dark TV-driven comatose.
No, that's not a thing. So move on. So it's similar to what the Obamas got.
Yeah, so it's similar to what the Obamas have. And the one thing that I found really interesting is that they had been talking to Disney Plus and Apple, as well as NBC Universal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there's this whole war is who's going to get this deal with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, and it's really
wait, who's going to get? It's a fight over who's going to get this production company that's not produced anything and has no experience behind the camera.
Right. Well, that's a funny part too. Is there's Netflix execs that will not say how much the deal was for, given the fact that neither of them have any producing experience.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really interesting. It's going to be like a shot in the dark with Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, just because they didn't have producing experience either, but when you were once the president and you were the first black president, everybody wants to be on your team. So essentially what people are saying is the reason why Netflix dumped a boatload of money, which has to be more than $100 million, because there's representatives that were working for Harry and Meghan Markle saying that all of the offers they had received from all the other people they were talking to, Disney Plus, Apple, NBC Universal, was larger than $100 million.
Yeah, so right here in the article, it says 2 executives involved in those discussions said representatives for the couple at one point were seeking a deal in the neighborhood of $100 million. Mm-hmm. Now, the way I read that is they didn't get $100 million, but they were not looking for $5 million.
Well, here's the deal, though. Netflix in the same paragraph, it talks about how like Netflix is known for backing up Brinks trucks whenever a high name profile wants to be involved in something.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me knowing just how competitive everything is now with Disney Plus, with Hulu and Netflix, who have been there forever, but now with Peacock and like Tubi, like we're talking about.
Tubi, yep.
All these different things, they're just going to want to be able, all the places.
And you have to compete on a certain level. And if it's going to draw the people. Now, Netflix is already such a brand that it's kind of like they can almost demand, but still there's a level of who are they going to bring in with this kind of thing. And the fact that Disney was involved and Apple was involved and Netflix won out, that's pretty impressive.
It is
Netflix
impressive.
Doesn't need them either.
No, they don't.
That's true.
The only reason why they did it was probably to be like, we're going to keep them so that you guys can't have them.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But here's a really interesting thing. Harry actually showed up in a Netflix documentary on screen for a little while, a few months before they ended up signing the deal. So people are thinking that because of the fact that Harry has already been Harry has already been involved with Netflix stuff, they kind of held the whole "we already have your loyalty" thing.
Well, okay, yeah, but also, I mean, come on, it's MEGXIT. Like they got kicked out of the Royals.
They
got
already
kicked out of
MEGXITed
Canada.
LA. They already MEGXITed LA.
Yeah, they
were
moved
living-
up to Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
But Chris, your wife makes a great point on Instagram. Holly says somebody has to pay for the house in Montecito.
That's right.
I mean, we can't just wait around for a $5 million deal. We got to get money to pay for this.
They're
thing.
living next to the likes of Ellen and Oprah, who
Yeah.
both live in Montecito. Also,
I heard it was mean old Ellen that said that she was super annoyed.
really?
Yeah,
Wouldn't be
It
surprised.
was mean old Ellen?
mean old Ellen.
Well, I mean, I don't know. As far as paying for that house, they were living at Tyler Perry's estate, which to me just sounds like cultural appropriation.
Nah,
Oh wow!
maybe.
No, I don't think.
all the Medeas.
Yeah,
you know.
that was required to stay at Tyler Perry's place. You have to watch all the Medeas back to back.
watch none of
That
these
is
things.
not. I don't care how big his house is. That's not worth it.
Right.
That's
Take
not
back the money. Take it back.
Yeah, take it back.
Well, it's fine. Their new place is worth $14.7 million.
Oh, you think they paid cash?
They paid euros.
Okay, I'll give you that.
All right.
But you're not euros, probably pounds.
That's what I was wondering. It talks about them, the Duke and Duchess. Do they still have titles, even
No,
though they're no
they
longer
are
in
not
the-
allowed to use them since they left.
Well,
No,
but if
Duke and
people
Duchess.
refer to
I
them
thought it
as
was a
that,
Royal Highness they couldn't
Yeah,
use.
yeah, yeah.
If
They
the
can't
Duke and
use
Duchess,
the
they're
most
still Duke and
high.
Duchess.
yeah, they can't use the royal in any of their stuff. They're not royal, but they are still Duke and Duchess. They didn't take away, which means they still have their claim to their
And didn't
land and
mommy
whatnot.
take away her money?
I don't know. Who knows? There's so much within that we'll never know, except for the fact that they got a Netflix deal.
I care about
because
this
they're them.
much.
Yeah, except for you did talked about it a lot.
I know.
But you know what
I
is
did
interesting?
research.
You know what is interesting is with all these helicopters and all of the disruption around their house in Montecito and the neighbors getting annoyed, I'm pretty sure they're not as annoyed as these air traffic controllers were this week.
Oh, yeah.
When the man in a jetpack flew past an airliner in the sky in Los Angeles.
This is what we need
Yes.
in 2020, man.
Who flew past who?
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, let's get to that here in a minute. So the FBI is investigating a pilot's report of a guy in jetpack flying 3,000 feet in the air next to planes at LAX. So I actually
300 yards from an Airbus.
yeah, so that is really crazy, and we have a video that has the actually the radio. Then this is real. This isn't fake. This is the radio communication between the air traffic controller and the pilot. There's 3 pilots.
Oh yeah, yeah.
involved
Sky,
in this whole thing.
JetBlue, Sky West, and
Yeah.
American Airlines.
Yeah. So let's this. Okay, you're a pilot.
Right.
You're in your plane. You're normally like just
I'm a
seeing
pilot?
clouds.
I'm a pilot?
You're
Okay.
a pilot. Pretend.
You're on
Okay.
final approach to LA.
Final approach to LA. You're coming in,
Ladies and gentlemen,
and we'll bring it up to 100,000.
You're
We'll bring
about
it down
over
to
SoFi
20,000.
Stadium.
And
almost over SoFi.
And all of a sudden, you see like, oh man, there's a bird that's coming, and all of a sudden, it's a man in a Rocketeer thing.
That's awesome.
And what do you do at that point? Well,
Hey.
this is what they did. This is what they did.
Who's that?
That's a reporter.
American 1997, we just passed a guy in a jetpack.
Then another jetpack sighting moments later from a Southwest pilot.
Skywest 960, we just saw the guy pass by us.
Jetpacks like this one from LA.
Look at that.
Jetpack
That's so
Aviation
cool.
Are not common. Only a handful of companies in the world make them, and they are not commercially available.
That's
the company
awesome.
says their technology was not involved. Jetpack Aviation CEO confirmed to CBS News he has been in touch with the FAA about the technology. But
Those actually exist. Like that's
Oh, yeah, no,
actually a real
100%.
guy.
100%. They're all in developmental stages, and the only ones that you would actually be able to purchase, even though they're not
Look
commercially
at that over
available.
That you just flew over the Statue of Liberty.
No,
I've
he
only
didn't.
seen.
Go back to the
No,
video.
he did.
No, he didn't. He was so far in front of that thing.
Perspective.
What? No, I mean like, but he's still in the area
Yeah,
where
he's in the
he's
air.
flying around.
Are those like
Look at that.
And then there's this from the air traffic controller.
JetBlue 23, Hughes Captain. Person in a jetpack reported 300 yards south of the LA final at about 3,000 feet. JetBlue 23, you were heard? You're definitely looking. Only in LA.
Yeah, baby.
So some guy, or at least they say it was a guy, in a jetpack flew, and the FBI can't find him.
No, they can't. They've
Like-
looked and they go, well, we don't know, man.
What in the world?
Okay, but the thing that's crazy is like, okay, first of all, I just imagine the guy, like the air traffic controller guy's like, what are you seeing out there? And then the person that's flying the American Airlines flight is like, I don't know. It's a man in a jetpack and he looked Asian.
No,
and he was screaming something. It was probably Asian. And so it's like that
I don't
bit.
think Ben Stiller is allowed to fly planes.
It's like the cable guy thing.
Was it a bird? Was it a plane?
Oh no, it was Rocketeer Man, or it might have been, or was it David Blaine?
What?
Oh, okay.
I have that title to here for my segment. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's
David Blaine. Steve, you nailed it. You nailed it, buddy.
David Blaine, 47.
Okay, so it might have actually been David Blaine training for what he did this week on YouTube. Did you guys see this?
Did he fly?
No, well,
in a way
he did. Have you seen this,
No,
Steve?
I've not.
He can
Okay.
levitate,
Okay, but
right?
have you seen the movie Up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. Okay. And there was the
he train a dog to
movie The
speak?
Red the Balloon. No, not that kind. Not that part of Up.
The movie with the red balloon.
Did he
David
befriend
Blaine.
a Boy Scout?
No, it's not that part. No, let us just tell you, Chris.
Absolutely not.
I don't think that's allowed in 2020. That's
no,
not
absolutely no Boy Scouts at all anymore.
So
They teach
yeah, it's
themselves.
just a lot.
Leave them in the woods. Leave them in the woods.
There's
Have them figured
YouTube.
out.
Just Google it. How to start a fire. You're fine, kids.
Or just start many, and see which one works best.
So David Blaine was doing a stunt, and he successfully flew over the Arizona desert holding on to helium balloons.
Chris, I want you
so
to
this
tell
is
me.
actually a photo of David Blaine doing his stunt. Now I have footage.
Shopped?
No, I have the footage.
Chris,
We're
I
gonna
want
watch
you,
the
I want
footage.
you to take a guess. How high did he get?
Let me see the picture again.
What time was it?
Or how high was he when he got there?
No, guys. We have a different bit about this later.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
different
Oh,
bit.
got
Okay,
it.
so Chris has no idea, but
I mean, probably pretty high. I don't know if he was on something or what he was taking, but
Jake actually has some research. So let's watch the video, and then Jake has some research about how he got ready for this. But this is pretty insane, I think. Here we go. So there he is, and that's his daughter. That's on the shoulders right there, and he's floating up. He's got cameras around. This was live on
Floating up with the
YouTube.
selfie stick.
That's right, with the selfie stick.
There's actually 2 rigged cameras hanging up on the actual module inside of all those balloons.
And he has a handheld one as well.
next to the jetpack that's inside the balloons.
Yeah,
okay, well here's the thing. He's 100% wired up. Like, look at this. He's not even holding on to the ring anymore.
Right, he's rigged up.
Yeah.
So he's at 8,000 feet, no oxygen. That's the thing that's crazy. There's no oxygen. And what did you say the thing is, Jake? That when you get
it's called hypoxia.
Yeah.
Hypoxia.
I learned about that in Incredibles too.
So he's talking to his daughter, and she's
Press it.
like, "Daddy, what are you doing up there?" So if you look up above, you can see there's kind of like a control balloon. Do you see that?
24.
Okay, here you go.
24.
Listen.
Wait 200 more feet. Wait 200 more feet.
Did you hear the producer guy? Wait 200 more feet. Wait 200 more feet. So he just dropped. He's heading down. And at some point...
This mic's going to cut out too.
Yeah, it does cut out. This doesn't keep going. Or I can just do that. I can cut it out. But so he's here. He's in the air. He's going to pull a chute. And he's going to... There it is. Boom. He's got pulled his chute. And now they're trying to... Now his communication went out, so they can't hear him. So they're trying to talk to him, tell him what's going on.
He still does have communication.
He does. Well, we don't hear him talk anymore.
No. He can hear from you.
Just land a nice big flare into that open ravine.
So they did have a backup walkie-talkie that he could use manually in case his mic cut out. Which
And he made it. Look at that. That's crazy.
It's not that crazy.
Well, it's crazy from the standpoint that you watch this stuff in movies like this. And if you look back at this picture, like there's a movie called The Red Balloon, and he was basically imitating how that looked when in that movie, and he's able to do that and literally do it in real life.
Just reminds me of that old 60 songs, Up and Away.
I'm buzzing you, Steve.
I mean, the thing that's crazy here is that it's David Blaine. We have to go in and talk about how he's done all of his stunts in the past. He does incredible amounts of preparation.
Yeah, now I think you used a good term there. They're stunts. He's a stunt man. He's not like a magician. He's not.
Well, he claims to be an illusionist, but at the same
he's a
time,
stunt
he
man.
refers to all of these things as stunts.
Yeah,
so
they're all
he's not.
stunts.
He's not anybody that's saying, "Oh, this is something that I did for realsies." This
Right.
is something that it's a stunt. He even talked about how this is the first time he's ever done a stunt since his daughter was a year old.
Yeah.
So this is like his big grandiose return, you
Right.
know, and he wanted this to be his most ambitious thing yet. So in order to be able to do this, he had to get a pro rating as a skydiver.
Right.
He had to obtain a hot air balloons pilot license. And then
Wow.
he also had to master his ability to hold his breath, which we saw when he set the Guinness Book of World Records for longest time submerged underwater. For a
Right.
human being.
He's shown that he can do that, but this is a different level.
So
Well,
he
yeah.
is kind of a superhero.
So when
but
we
not
talk
really
about
a hero.
right,
He's just super.
when we talk about this thing hypoxia, essentially what that is when you get up to an area where the air is so thin that your body ends up dropping its oxygen levels within its blood. You end up getting this fuzzy thing going on in your head as if you were inebriated, and because of that, it leads to a lot of fatalities. Beforehand, because of like the haze, people end up having manual error, and so that doesn't actually get to the point where they would end up being able to suffocate. So they're more worried about like, oh, if he gets hypoxia up in the air, he's not going to be able to pull himself from the chute.
Right.
And that's like
And
that's the
when
biggest
yeah.
risk. Now the thing that's crazy about it is he got to 24,900 feet. His goal was 18,000 feet.
Oh, geez.
Well, I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
He busted his record.
He busted his goal.
Or his goal, yeah.
And everybody was kind of, I mean, beforehand, I watched like probably about an hour and a half of the 2-hour, 58-minute video. That's the whole live stream. Hello. And
I'm breaking stuff over here. Don't worry
dropping
about me.
mics.
Don't mind me.
But the thing
It's
that's
all
pretty
a
nuts about that
dream.
is that there were so many safety protocols put into the balloon itself. Now there's a drone type thing as the center balloon helping guide it on its own, but those massive balloons vary in sizes. They
Yeah,
have
I
a
saw that.
4 diameter balloon, they have a 10 diameter balloon, and then they have a 26 inch diameter or foot diameter balloon.
And was that was there a purpose to that?
Yes, and the purpose was in order to be able to get it to fall into a desired location after he detached. Also, if he had a problem and was ascending too high, he could manually pop certain balloons that they would tell him to pop and he would start to descend.
Just like
There's
Mr.
a- I mean-
Fredrickson.
Yeah, so there's a lot that went into making this thing
Big time.
like that. If that's a big production.
Oh yeah, he said that it is the most ambitious stunt he's ever done, and it's the most he's ever prepared for a stunt in his
which
life.
is crazy. You look
Yeah.
at that and you think, man, I'm gonna as a kid, you're like, I'm gonna hold on to these balloons and float up in the air and fly.
yeah.
Right.
And
Well,
you're
he
like,
said that this is his dream. This sensation of flying has
Yeah.
been his dream since he was a kid. So that's pretty cool.
so I wonder if he was training when he was in the jetpack flying
Right.
past the 737.
He might have been, but all I know is that after watching that video, I really want Will Arnett to play David Blaine in a biopic. That would be
That would be good. That would be good. Will Arnett, you heard it here first.
We're
Yeah.
good here. All right, let's go.
That'd be fun. But do you know who people probably thought it was? Who probably thought that jetpack guy? You know who they thought it was? I'm guessing. they thought-
Jetpack Man.
They thought it was Elon Musk. I mean, it only makes sense. The guy that's taking us to the moon, the guy that's Mr. SpaceX,
Testing it out.
that he's testing it out.
He is Iron Man.
But Elon's been up to other things. He might be Iron Man.
He's rich.
He's a jerk.
He doesn't seem like the Batman type, so I think he's leaning more towards his Iron Man.
Yeah, well, beggars can't be choosers.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers.
I mean, they can.
You wanna be
they,
popular?
They can choose to beg.
You want to be powerful? You want to create AI symbiosis?
Oh man, if you want to put a microchip in someone's head, you're Elon Musk, because that's what he's done. He is testing a brain implant, and he actually showed it off this last
Does
week.
he have one?
Well, we've talked about this on the show.
We've talked about this, yes, but he showed it off, and everybody thought, oh, it was going to be a human trial, which I was like, that's crazy. There's no way it's going to be a human trial. But that was the talk in media.
we've had those. We've
Taught
had
the dog
those.
to talk.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
There
It's
it
all
is.
coming full
It's all
circle.
coming
It
full
is.
circle.
This episode's just going to be called Up.
Right.
So what he did was he showed in a pig that they had the brain sensor in there working.
And you know what the pig's name was?
What was the pig's name?
It was Gertrude. How cute is that? How cute is it?
Look,
that they
here she
named
is.
it?
Here she is. Gertrude's eating right
They
there.
must have named this pig after the women that raised her.
Look at this. Okay, forget the pig right now. Look at this Raised by Wolves thing
Yeah,
for
that's pretty crazy.
Max.
Who's that?
Ridley Scott.
HBO Max.
No, that's not Ridley Scott.
It's from Ridley Scott. That is an actress that looks like she's going to eat a baby.
That's
Is it
fine.
about werewolves? I like
I don't know.
It's Silence of the Lambs, but
knows?
all the genders have been swapped.
Who knows? But so the Neuralink technology. Let's get back to that.
Yeah.
The Neuralink technology. It's so apocalyptic literature stuff, like you're putting things in brains to control things and matrix and fill in the blank and whatever. Nona says microchip against the Bible, like that whole implant thing. So
isn't that like the Borg?
The what?
The Borg on Star Trek?
Yeah, no, it 100%
okay,
is like
yeah.
the Borg.
Well, I mean, if you had a chip that you could plug in and learn kung fu, like
I know kung fu.
Wait a minute, hang on. It's not going to be like a like kind of like Super
it's not gonna be a
Nintendo
plug-in.
thing.
It's got to be a plug-in. It's a hole in the back of your head. I've seen the Matrix.
Yeah,
and the goo you come out
You
of.
just put the Ghostbusters game back there.
well, now it's probably what's that stuff?
Oh, you had it and you lost it.
It's
Chris, you have to be entertaining. We're live on the internet.
Wireless.
Chris, we are live on the internet.
There's a whole 3 people watching us.
Yeah, it's time to change out his card. He's shorting out.
Chris got unplugged, so he needs to go plug back in for a second. Okay, so the microchip, the Neuralink thing, there are these things like
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth. That's what you way behind.
Good God, man!
Like that is Chris, and you're breaking the set. Look at you back there.
What?
You get stuff behind
I'm just
you.
having a grand old time.
There's one person that watches every once in a while that just saw that swing and goes, "It's not attached to the wall." What?
And they just rage monstered wherever they are right now.
Throw their computer.
All right, so the Neuralink. So there are cochlear implants that are used for hearing. And it's an implant to the brain so that you can actually hear, which are phenomenal. But this is the Neuralink thing is for you to like. I think he's talking about controlling your Tesla with your brain.
That is one use for it, essentially.
That is
the purpose.
Right
the main goal. The main goal that Elon says he has is to create AI symbiosis, which essentially is being able to connect the human brain and merge it with artificial intelligence.
Cyborgs.
Which I thought you were going to say murder robots.
Yeah, murder she wrote. So he wants to create this AI symbiosis, and essentially what he wants to do by that is his goal is to get to the point where the future of the world is controlled by the combined will of the people of Earth. And he says, I think that's obviously going to be the future that we want, which is a terrifying thought. Because let's think about it.
That's taking all the COVID control up another step.
But that's taking that's taking all of the thoughts, opinions, and actions of even the people that aren't sound of mind.
Sounds like
the people that are rioting right now. It sounds like 1984.
It's 100% 1984. All of this is 1984. It's all Black Mirror. It's all black.
All this stuff. It's all movies.
But what people,
hey Jason, if you're watching, you know what I'm talking about. It's all movies.
Right.
It's all
just
movies.
Life imitating art.
Yeah.
This is
art imitating life.
This is art imitating life, imitating art, eating a Big Mac.
Okay.
Get them fries.
You got to get hungry.
Get them fries.
So the Neuralink thing. This is really like next level crazy stuff. And you think about that connected with everything that's going on, and everything's going digital, and we're all stuck at home. And there is the potential for this to literally like make the world implode.
Yeah. I mean, I think if we're going to try and make it so that the world's decisions are made based on the vast population, that's terrifying. Just because of the fact, how is a computer going to delineate morality?
Well, that's the part when you start talking about AI, you can't get past the morality because who's going to feed it? Who's going to actually write it in?
It just becomes the Electoral College.
Eventually the AI just figures out how to trick all of us, and it becomes everything, and then it creates the Matrix and it uses us for power. I'm telling you.
We got hell telling us what to do.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's fine.
You're okay with that?
No, but what people actually seriously say this is going to be used for is people to control prosthetic limbs.
Yeah. Now there are some uses for
great
this.
applications.
Yeah.
Right.
But
how do you keep it from going down the wrong road?
Well, and that's the thing.
You can't. But that is so far off from like what's actually happening. Like this thing will exist.
Look, somebody created a synthetic virus in China and let it out and shut the world down.
China.
You don't think that they're going to get a hold of this?
Allegedly. No, but I think
they can create a new type of virus. It can be a computer virus now.
Yeah, now you can get. They can upload the computer virus into your social media feed that you've got in your chip.
It's not coming with a USB port.
Ooh, you don't know that. Do you have it yet? You don't have it.
It'd probably be Bluetooth.
I spent 3 hours reading about this today.
Nona makes a great point. She says, "Focus, Jake."
On what? I'm the one with notes. I am the one that's focused.
You are the one with nukes.
I'm focused on the betterment of humanity.
All right. So Elon is making brain chips. Not everybody. A lot of people were disappointed that it wasn't a human, and I'm like, there's no way it's going to be a human. But I think that there are
We've had these things in
maybe
human
it
brains
was a
since
human,
06.
but
well, versions of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a next level version of it. This is like I'm going to open my car with my brain, and then that's one of the applications.
That's what he's okay. I don't know. Elon, based on what I've read, has not said that is the point of this.
No, but he did say
you can
that
use
was
it
one of the things you could
interact with apps. He wants the procedure to be like LASIK.
But dude, this is freaky, man.
In this last Friday's unveiling of the version 2 of the Neuralink implant, he walked out a single pig wearing who has the device in it onto the stage. The device recorded signals from an area of the brain linked to the snout. And the implant had been in the brain of the pig for 2 months prior to this demonstration. So that's just a whole thing to say, hey, look, you can live with it. You know what I mean? Like you won't just die after getting the surgery.
Well, I don't think the dying is the scary part.
No, I think he's already got it mastered. That was a human trial.
I mean,
it took 2 months to transform it into a pig.
But
I think you know what? I think you're dead right.
You'll be able to shapeshift, but see, it's earlier on, so
look at this.
To kind of control it.
This was Gertrude, a grandma from Ohio,
right?
And now she's just a pig.
Right.
No, it was a woman that raised pigs, and they turned her into the very thing she loved and sought to destroy.
Yeah,
it brings me back to Willow. Did you ever watch that movie, Ron Howard?
I never saw Willow. I mean, I know what it is.
Willow, but the evil sorceress Bagmorda turns the whole army into pigs. This is exactly where we're headed.
So, who is Elon in that?
He's the sorceress.
Elon is the sorceress.
Yeah,
I mean, that
absolutely.
makes sense. I thought that would be Zuckerberg would be the sorceress. But
Zuckerberg.
They're in this together. But you said Zuckerberg's invested in.
Right. That's the next thing I have is there's a bunch of competitors that I don't think we're aware of. So this is going to happen regardless of Elon Musk. There's the French National Center for Scientific Research has NextMind, and a former neuroscientist from there claims that there is much uncertainty as to whether or not this device will work on from any party, from any place.
Yeah.
But people are going to try to do it anyway. The U.S. Defense Department has been involved in creating these since 1970, spurred on by the ideas of people wanting to create cyborg or superhuman armies. The Braintree company has worked on neural implants for years. They call the kernel. Paradromics is a company that has begun work on a medical-facing one that, according to their CEO, Matt Engel, is 10 times what Neuralink is doing. And Mark Zuckerberg has invested in a brain implant that could supposedly allow a person to hear with their skin, which is the most alien thinks it's a human thing I've ever heard.
That's exactly right. Because you know what? It all comes back to Mark Zuckerberg is an alien.
Yeah, but we've been using these things since 06 now. We've actually had them put into living test subjects. One thing that I think is really scary is Musk says...
One thing?
Well, yeah, out of the many.
Okay, one of the many things.
Musk says that the first trials that they're going to do on people are going to be people that have severe spinal injuries.
Well, but that makes sense.
It makes sense, but it's funny because of the fact that it's like, if you just put this chip in someone's brain and then they have a spinal injury, what happens if it goes horribly wrong and they're just stuck in their own body, not being able to move?
Well, if they've had a spinal injury,
they can't move anyway.
Yeah, that kind of is the assumption.
No, I know, but
they already can't.
Never mind, guys. All right.
Hey, you know what? Dean's giving you props. He says, "Well, Jake, you really did do your homework. Look at that."
You know what, Dean? I get no respect.
Was it Jake that did the homework, or was it Dean inhabiting Jake?
Oh, maybe it was Dean actually doing the homework.
I get no respect.
No respect. No, I think it's like this whole. It's a race. Like
It's a race.
It's a race to see who can get the right amount of brain control first from a technology standpoint. Elon always is ahead of the game when it comes to that stuff. But if it gets integrated into social media stuff, and then you start looking at, I mean, just think about it from that point. If you have social media in your head, and then you've got ads that are running through your head, like
you're trying to sleep.
Insane.
You're just you're trying to sleep, and you just hear. Da, 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 da.
No, what was that?
Break me off a piece.
It's a Kit Kat bar. It was a Kit Kat. You know what?
Yeah.
It was a Kit Kat bar. It's late, Jake. It's late. You need to be more specific.
I'm on my game
more
tonight.
direct.
Yeah.
But you know, so there's a lot of things that are not doing what they're supposed to do. Elon came out and his test was successful and it's working, and the things that he's doing with Neuralink are really scary but super crazy from a technology standpoint.
It's
One
not
thing,
scary because it's never going to get there.
what it
The
don't
idea
say
is scary.
that.
The
Don't
idea is
say
scary.
that.
It's never going to get there.
I just want to know when the end of the world's coming.
No, it's
What it's coming tomorrow.
it's
That
never
could be tomorrow.
gonna get there. And the
Later
reason
today.
why is because people are leaving Neuralink by the boatloads.
What do you mean people are leaving Neuralink?
I have a whole thing, but I mean, should I tell you?
Yes, please tell us. You didn't say you had a thing.
Former Neuralink employees have said that the company was chaotic and that researchers were under intense pressure to rush through projects. Scientists were sometimes given weeks to complete a project that should have taken months.
You mean like a
Like a what? Do you know what you're about to say?
I do. Do you know what I'm about to say?
No.
No, I'm lost.
What are people rushing through right now to get to?
Russia.
Like a vaccine.
Yeah.
Sure.
With the
Okay, back to your
Neuralink
story.
built into it.
This is a quote from a former employee.
I'm sorry, everyone. I apologize.
Well, that's why they're trying to rush through it, so they can put it in the vaccine, so
what I
everybody
said.
gets.
Oh, it's all connected.
I don't think so.
It
Where's
totally.
the foil?
I don't think that
All right.
Elon Musk believes in COVID.
So get back to your story about people leaving Neuralink because it's a horrible place to
There's
work.
a quote from somebody that used to work at Neuralink saying they are building a medical device and a surgical approach to implant said medical device, and they're approaching it with the use of a tech company, move fast and break stuff, which unironically was what Elon meant when he tweeted out before the Fridays thing saying, this whole thing is going to blow your mind. Get it? Because it's going to blow up.
Oh, Elon, that's a dad joke.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
But okay, so there are people they're rushing stuff, but I think that's how technology goes. But once you start getting into human trials, that's a bad situation.
Elon said he wanted to do human trials this year.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, well,
I would see that.
I mean, imagine just taking
Maybe if
somebody
he
that's
just
sick with COVID.
Let him be the first.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
take
Elon.
some-
Well, I mean, maybe
take-
the second. Do Zuck first.
Well, yeah, you can't
Them
do
together.
it to Elon because he's top of the pyramid. What happens if he goes down? Who's
Yeah.
going to be the
Kamala Harris.
who's the right hand man?
I don't know.
To Joseph Stalin.
So, so Elon's doing his thing, and who knows where it's going to be, but eventually it's probably going to happen on Mars. But there are things that are not working out well. There are things that are not working out well.
Like Instagram.
No, not like Instagram.
Well, it dropped our live feed, so it's not working well.
Yeah, so Instagram, because we stream too long. Instagram doesn't like long
It
live
needs
streams.
to like long
Instagram, get your
We're
act
off
together.
Instagram?
Tell Holly to get to Facebook or to get to YouTube.
Okay.
And she can be there. So if you've come from Instagram, welcome. If you're not watching this and you're because of Instagram, well, you're not seeing this, so forget it. But there are things that are not going well, namely the NBA in the bubble.
They're still playing?
They're still kind of playing, I guess.
I haven't seen a single
So
game.
many teams have backed
So
out.
so here's the thing, and I love.
That's a lot of bull.
I absolutely. Hey, Holly's here. She made it from Instagram.
That's a lot of bulls.
So the NBA ratings crashed, and I actually love the way that this page looks because it's LeBron that looks like he's having a hard time, and then Governor Cuomo's staring at him, and he's like, "You're not doing a good job." And LeBron's like, "Oh no, nobody's watching." So because the NBA ratings crash continues, Lakers big win, least watched game of the series. The NBA is like, because they've gone so, I think
Least watched game out of 3 games?
out of least watched game of series. So they're getting into the playoffs.
Right.
Like I don't even actually
Best
know
of
where they
7,
are.
right?
The what?
Don't they do best of 7?
Yeah, but I think they've
In the
shortened everything.
playoffs.
Oh.
They've shortened everything. It's all shortened.
of
It's
course.
all indoors in the bubble. But
right.
the thing that they've gone so far political. And have you seen the stuff coming out about the NFL and guys putting names on their jerseys and their helmets and like it's gonna be like the whole NASCAR situation where you just got patches everywhere. The football
That's
guys are gonna
sweet,
be
man.
like, no, but it's just
If every
so
player
political.
looks like the inside of a Wahoo's, that's sick.
But NASCAR, at least they're making money off those patches.
Yeah, that's true. That's sponsorship money. These are not like this whole I'm going to put some names on my stuff to support the whatever political thing that I stand for. Just play sports.
It's like getting a tattoo that's like Jeff and then a line through it and then Donnie and then a line through it and then Samantha because of that one college phase and then a line through it and then like Richard and then a line
Wait,
through
what? I don't understand why.
all the people they dated.
So it's a girl getting these tattoos?
Yeah.
Or it's a,
Well, I thought you were talking about your tattoos.
I'm so confused. But the NBA is not doing well. The viewership is down. The bubble is not working. People are still getting sick.
Shucks.
I mean, baseball's not that great either, but at least it's out in the different communities.
Yeah, but it's still not doing well. Like
It's not doing,
sports is,
I've lost interest this year.
yeah, it's so boring. Have you tried to watch anything, Chris?
Don't care.
I don't care. Have you watched any of the baseball stuff? Angels or anything?
Football's not on.
Yeah, football.
But you haven't watched Angels. Like, Dad watches Angels stuff.
No,
Or
he
at least
hasn't
did.
because it got
Angels
political.
Angels aren't worth watching this year.
I tell you what, it's just
When
it's
have
so
the Angels
disappointing.
been worth watching since?
Wait a
02?
minute. No, okay, since 02.
Yeah.
But the
Exactly.
NBA's
I even watched that one.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Got it.
The NBA sports in general is not doing well. But there's one last hope for entertainment. One last hope, seemingly.
A New Hope.
Not A New Hope, no. But
Last
it's
Hope.
in that genre. So
That was so long ago.
Another Star Wars.
So Dean says only people who watch the NBA are Democrats and they hate sports, which is ironic because if they hate sports,
Wait,
then
in
why would they?
general?
I don't.
Does he mean like-
no, like right now.
Oh, okay, yeah,
like
yeah.
right now, like because it's so politicized. But the thing that is coming out, actually just came out
Okay.
today.
Today in the U.S.
Today in the U.S. It started overseas. The new movie, The Tenet.
The Tenet.
Right? This is the new Christopher Nolan. We talked about it a little bit. They made 53 million plus internationally, which now they were expected.
Who's in it?
You know what?
It's a
this
couple
guy.
no names.
Is that
guy.
John Boyega?
Oh,
Or
this
is
is
that-
this guy right here. This is the guy from Twilight, the vampire guy.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
The Batman?
The Batman. Have you seen that preview yet?
looks
Have you
awesome.
seen? Yeah,
I
have you seen
haven't
the
seen it
pictures
yet.
of him
He looks good.
as Batman. He looks.
I
real
tell you
good.
what,
And
he looks real.
Overall, just looks really neat.
he looks hotter than a vampire.
His car certainly does look hot, though. Wow.
So okay.
Alfred,
so
you
let's get
outdid
back.
yourself.
Let's get back to the movie that's coming out. So here's the reason I say that this is going to kind of make or break
'Kay.
what's going on. And
Let's do it.
Jake, we kind of already talked about this, but this is the first chance for a new release movie to come out with some theaters open now. California, New York still doesn't have theaters open,
Sure. Mhm.
but there are theaters across the country. We read about the AMC, all their guidelines for opening the theater by their amazingly entertaining CEO that told us all that stuff in that video.
Yeah, the
if you want
guy
to watch
that
it, go back
we
2
just
weeks
need to
ago.
go
and
ahead.
fall asleep.
That was one of our longer shows, wasn't that?
That was one longer, not as long as this show.
Yeah,
though.
'cause he's like-
because we're already 112.
Here at AMC would like to say that. Like he talked. I wanted him to blow his nose.
He
so
did,
bad.
it looked like he needed some help.
Yeah,
He needed some help.
like surgical help.
So here's the deal. So there's movie theaters that are going to be open. This is a brand new movie. It's a blockbuster summer movie. We talked about the Trolls movie, which is not in the same genre, but it is a new movie that went straight to digital.
Yeah, but that was considered a flop. They
Right.
considered
well,
flop
it turned into a lawsuit is what happened there, which is a totally different thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, but this is like, will people go to the movies? Will they go to the movies?
Right.
Now we can't because we're in California. Tiffany makes a good point. Drive-in theater, but
I've
you
gone
still
to them multiple times already. They're great.
yeah, but
I would almost rather just buy it on streaming.
yeah.
You are the worst.
Why is
would
he the
you want to do
worst?
that?
Because to go to the movie theater with 3 children and getting popcorn.
You're not going to take your kids to go see Tenet.
Well, I'm just saying in general. I guess
We'll see what happens when I have kids.
You're not taking them to see Tenet.
Why?
Uncle Todd's going to veto it.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
If they're small enough, they won't know the difference.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So
They'll just
okay,
wake up
so
with nightmares and stuff, you know, like you show a kid Full Metal Jacket, you know, when they're like 6 years old or something, and then you're like freaking out.
is that what happened to you?
We need that overlay. We need the Vietnam overlay.
So
I thought you'd do that just to desensitize them.
Private Pile. Yeah. No.
so Tenet's coming out. It's Christopher Nolan.
That's what
It's
happened to me.
supposed to be crazy awesome. Dean says, Jake, where is there a drive-in theater? There's one up in Pomona.
Yeah, it's in the Pomona area. It's the Tiki. It's the
Yep, that's the
Mission
one I've gone
Tiki
to.
Drive-In.
Is that the only one
Isn't there
around?
one
No.
in La Habra?
There's one
Santa Fe Springs?
just
Off
north.
Santa Fe Springs, right off the freeway there.
Yeah. It's right around. It's not in La Habra per se, but it's right around that like West Covina,
It's past
Hacienda
La Habra.
Heights.
There's one right off the
Yeah.
5 freeway in
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it was like a swap meet for years, right?
Santa Fe Springs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do the swap meet at the Mission Tiki one too.
But it's not the same.
I think
Drive-in
it's
theaters,
better.
no way. The sound is not even close.
Well, yeah, no, the sound's not as close, but you're sitting in your car watching a movie.
I think that's COVID talking to you.
No, I enjoyed drive-ins just as much, if not more, than an actual movie
saw
theater
that little
before.
radio you put into your
No,
It's all through the radio station.
FM
It's
radio.
all over the FM airwaves.
It's
So-
pretty cool. You can, and the nice thing about a drive-in is they're all double features. Is this just
Really?
like drive-in corner now? Are we going to talk about all the different movies you could go see at a drive-in?
We do need to do movie reviews, but there's no movies to review except for
Except for
Tenet's
this one?
coming out. So let's get back to this. So they did 53 million internationally, which they blew what they expected out of the water.
Good.
By follow. So the order was the UK led with 7.1 million, and then France turned in 5.7 million, followed by Germany with 4.2 million. Now you said they're not even open in China yet, right?
China's tomorrow.
China's tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, China was last week. They got it before.
China was last week.
Oh, somebody stole it.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say that's not
true.
in the facts,
That's true.
Steve.
But so the big question is America going to get off the couch? Right?
Yeah.
Are they going to get off the couch and go to the movie theater? Now, there may be some people that'll drive to Arizona from here to go to a movie, but I don't like.
When I can go to the theater for $10 and get popcorn and drink with it, we'll be there.
Yeah, well,
That's never gonna happen.
Well, Cinema City's kind of like that.
It's close.
If you play it right, if you go on like a Tuesday,
Monday,
at
Yeah,
Tuesday.
$5.
PM,
Yeah.
and then
no,
you go
it's
in
Sunday until 6 and then Monday, Tuesday. Oh,
Yeah, I'm telling you what, that is the best place to go watch
So
movies
you
around here.
so you are the person that's saying you don't go to the movie theater, and yet you know the days and the prices.
He works
went
next door.
Okay.
they're still closed, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Right,
The
it's
whole
dark
big
in there.
sign that says, we'll be back someday. It's just sad.
Yeah.
It really is. So the movies, Steve, are you like a Christopher Nolan movie guy?
Not really.
No. Did you see Inception?
No.
You
Okay.
should. And The Prestige. It's going.
Did you see
and
Dunkirk?
The Dark Knight movies?
Wait, Prestige is Nolan? Oh, we love that movie. I didn't know
right.
it was Nolan. That's great. And the Dark Knight series, like phenomenal.
Dunkirk,
So
Interstellar.
Nilsson said, Eric,
That's
who
Interstellar,
got
yeah.
us the Ouija board. Eric, did you see that we showed the board? Did you see that? The Luigi board? Look at that. Eric Nielsen came through for the win with the Luigi board.
Yeah, he's gonna go see Tenet.
So Eric said,
The Luigi board.
there's a theater open in San Diego. I'm going to watch Tenet with some friends next week. Oh, hey.
Santiago.
Is it legal?
Did Jake get his invite?
Well, San Diego has opened up more than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're walking around with masks on outside though. I don't know.
Whatever.
But so Tenet's, it's supposed to be a really good movie, but will people come out enough to support it and not say, just go streaming? That's the question.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think look at what it's already done overseas.
Yeah.
Overseas markets, like this is pretty average for just regular world overseas markets.
Right. But what was the budget for this? Do you
200
know?
million.
It's $200 million budget.
$200 million budget, 200 to 225. They say it was 200. But it's really interesting. China tomorrow gets this released. And China already has...
You're talking about the movie, so right, not another virus?
Right.
Okay,
China already has a movie that came out during COVID.
Oh, okay.
It's made over $200 million grossing already. And it's called The 800. And it's the first Chinese movie entirely made on IMAX cameras. So they're thinking Tenet's going to get a huge boost tomorrow. And then, what was
the budget for that Chinese film?
I don't know.
I mean, if they made 200 million, but if their budget on IMAX cameras was like 700 million, that doesn't work.
I doubt that's gonna be because Dunkirk was about like a $400 million movie, and that was all IMAX 70 cameras.
Yeah.
So
Eric says about the San Diego theater, I'm like 80% sure it's legal. Eric,
well, you never know.
That sounds about right. So I don't know. I don't know if people are going to go to the theater for it.
And you can't really compare Europe to it because Europe's been more open than we are as being able to do things too.
Yeah, they're further along in the process.
What does that tell you about America?
But that's a whole nother conversation, Chris.
I mean, so more people are out used to being out and about too.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it. I don't think releasing a movie right now is a good idea. But they've got all this stuff built up for it. I've been seeing ads for Tenet for like a year.
Yeah, well, that's
when was it supposed to come out?
It was supposed to come out in July, but that was the second pushback date. So like they had already pushed it back twice before they said that they were going to release it on. I think it was July 13th.
So do you think all the other movies are like, okay, let's just watch and see what Tenet does? Let's see.
Well, okay, here's the crazy thing. In the U.S. specifically,
I want Maverick.
Maverick. Oh yeah,
the second Top Gun.
Yeah.
In the U.S. specifically, there's a bunch of movie theaters that are like trying to pin their opening around Tenet. So like all these movie theaters say, oh, well, okay, we're going to be reopening around this time. So let's try and have Tenet be the big flagship. And everybody will want to go to the movies because it's the first time it's open and it's this huge Christopher Nolan movie. It's going to be awesome. So we'll see. I mean, obviously, because today's the 3rd, we are not going to have America's numbers back until at least the end of the weekend. So that's going to be the real telltale sign, because when it comes to entertainment like this, we're the kingpin, like we're the one that decides whether or not it makes money.
Yeah, we're the big time consumers of this kind of stuff.
I mean, Hollywood is now a style. It's not where a movie came from. It's the style of the movie. Right. So if we're gonna have this big Hollywood hit, right, which is already being considered a hit across seas and in other areas, like in the Middle East, you know what I mean? Like
where they're watching it in seas, they're across seas. They're
all sitting in tubes.
All those dolphins.
That's your joke tonight.
I'll buzz myself and I'll let myself out. Bye, guys.
I gotta go.
So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I want to see the movie, but we can't go see it unless we go with Eric to an 80% legal showing.
I'll go find a way.
You go find a way. But
Just call Nancy.
She'll have the inside track. She'll be like, "Hey, I know where to go, guys. Follow me."
Just pulls a gun on anybody that tries to stop her.
We'll get a quick Brazilian blowout and then go watch it.
We'll knock on the door and the little.
What's a password? Yeah. So that'd be.
Give me a haircut.
You're in.
It was a trap.
But you know what? Something else people are missing. Maybe not hardcore at all. Is the Orange County Fair. People are missing the fair. They're bummed out.
Are they missing the fair, or are they missing something else?
I think you might be onto something,
they're missing
Steve.
Something else.
Because you can't go to the fair because, why would you go to the fair?
There is no fair.
Food.
The fair is
because of the food. And so what they've decided is, you know what? We don't want to hold people back from getting what they want. So we are going to make a OC Fair food drive-through. So they have got, in the parking lot of the fairgrounds, they have got hot dog on a stick. They've got all the fried places. They're letting you drive through and you can eat your fair food. So I thought it'd be fun if we looked at, what's there? Because you don't want to not get your obese
butt out the door and go eat some.
You got to get some fried food.
This is a great thing for Grubhub, isn't it?
I mean, you can't get it delivered though.
Why not? Why couldn't you go pick it up and deliver it to somebody?
Covered in ice cream.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But
this is going to cause so many
heart attacks,
car fatalities.
Heart attacks.
No, this is going to cause so many car fatalities because of people dying from cardiac arrest while they're driving. Because think about it, when was the last time you had fair food and you didn't have to lean over a table?
Yeah, that's been
trying to eat that on the car ride home.
Well, you can't. And so there's a video here of people picking up their. Here, let's just watch the video. There's people going through the line and getting their fair food.
Participating in the Orange County Fair for 25 years, and
this guy is the juicy guy, the big turkey legs,
big giant sausage, and curly fries, and also one of the most popular items we have at the fair every year is our funnel cake.
Now you can't eat a funnel cake in your car, man.
Sugar and strawberry.
I will.
That's a challenge.
It's going to be everywhere.
Yeah, my face.
We're one of like the healthier foods at the fair.
Healthier foods.
Healthier people at the
We're
fair,
the
like
we're the healthier foods. Hey, buddy, nobody's coming. Nobody's coming to you.
So what a great turnout that the community is saying. You know, we want our fair food, and we want to make sure that those concessionaires.
Look at that. How are you going to eat that big bucket of whatever the heck that is in your car?
What is she talking about when it's like everybody's just saying we want our fair food? Are all these people?
I've never heard anybody say I want my fair food.
Yeah, I've never heard. Well, okay, going to the fair. There's like the fair is for kids under the age of 8.
It's a fair. Smorgasbord.
The fair is for kids. What is that from?
That's from Charlotte's Web. The cartoon version. Templeton the rat. He's rolling through the fair, eating all the. Hey, yes, Charlotte.
Okay, so with the exception of this rat,
all right,
your belief is that nobody wants fair food?
No, but they don't like sit at home like, man, I really could go for some fried butter right now.
You've never thought about that?
No.
You've never just been like a deep fried Oreo? I know that's a lie.
Deep fried Oreo?
I've heard the sentence, I could really go for a deep fried Oreo right now. Come out of your mouth.
I've never said that, no. I may have said I could really go for a Rigoberto's Carne Asada burrito right now.
That they both sound good to me.
Imagine deep fried it.
Ooh, deep fried Rigo burrito?
Yeah, it's just like a giant egg roll.
So what were you going to say?
Oh, man.
I don't remember.
Now you're thinking about food. Holly says you're usually walking around at the fair too, burning off all the junk. Yeah, now you're just going to sit in your food.
That's what I told you.
Sit down.
When I told you about it, I said, people are not getting the exercise out of this. This is going to be a real problem, isn't it?
Yep, it is. And
you get tired eating fair food. You have to sit there. You have to kind of.
It's a lot of work.
Right? No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you go to the fair and you fare well and you fare well. Right, guys. Put that on a t-shirt, on a bumper sticker or something. But if you do it well, right, you are going to end up sitting down for the majority of the night.
Right.
Because otherwise you're just going to be like, can't get on that spinning thing.
That's right.
Or like, I don't want to go that high up.
You're sitting down one way or another, and sometimes you're in the
fecal position.
Oh, yeah.
You're sitting on the Johnson.
The food wasn't what drew me to the fair. I liked the pig races instead. That was the more fun thing at the fair.
Yeah, go pig, get!
Now the pigs will have implants, so they're going to go get the fair food when they drive their car.
The pig
races. Yeah, they're going to run faster.
The best way to start that is to take someone else's funnel cake and you see all of them.
So, all right.
Come and get me!
All right, Dean. But Dean wants to know. Dean wants to know, as do most people, I'm sure. But is this fair? Oh, Dean gets the dad buzz.
Dean just needs to get a joke writing job.
Oh, look at that. I think that was good. No, Eric says, no, it's a drive-through. Rim shot. He's off of Dean's joke. But is it fair? No, it's a drive-through. They're a comedy team. Next week, the show will be hosted by Dean and Eric. It'll be great.
Wow. What a show.
So, can you imagine?
So Dean's going to inhabit Jake and
Eric will inhabit me. Yeah. So I just thought we're wrapping it up because you know what? It's late. And I got to get to bed.
All right, segment idea real quick.
Wait, segment idea. Wait, I want to go through the fried affair.
Okay, go for it.
Thing, but do we want to do that before or after your segment idea?
I was just going to say we're going to make a live action version of a famous animated movie. Who are you recasting as just the main character? I'm going to go with Boss Baby and Peter Dinklage.
Wait. What? I'm so you're going to recast an animated movie,
live action.
And
it's just the main character.
And you're just recasting the main character.
Kind of like what Disney's doing, like their flagship things, but any movie.
Oh, so mine's Boss Baby and Peter Dinklage.
That's solid. Actually,
I think that's a good one.
That's actually pretty solid. Chris, did you?
There's so many movies.
I'm gonna say we're gonna recast what's that? Not Mulan. It's the other warrior thing with the dragon, the little dragon guy. Oh no, that's Mulan. That's Mulan. Yeah. Dang it! But I was gonna recast the dragon.
Yeah, go for it.
As Nancy Pelosi. So
she's not Eddie Murphy enough.
She's not. She might be. That would be an interesting thing. All right.
Well, then I'll do the Hunchback in Notre Dame and recast Quasimodo as Dan Feinstein.
Yeah,
keeping it in the family. Steve, you got one? No, he's not. All right. You know what? that's been it. It's late. It's late. Thank you for hanging out. It was fun. You know what? But we're going to be here again next week because the stories, they just keep trending. We can't stop them, so we might as well talk about them.
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
We'll
think
decide.
about it. Well, we're not sure.
Things are getting just sadder.
So Dean just buzzed. Dean just buzzed our whole last segment. So we're gonna leave you guys with the fried affair just added at the OC Fair drive-thru. Fried Oreos $8, fried Twinkies $6, fried Snickers $6, fried cheesecake $8. Ooh, that sounds good. Fried cookie dough $8, fried Nutella $8, fried butter $8, cotton candy bucket $10, candy, caramel apple, regular, then lemonade.
No fried
You know
water?
what?
Fried lemonade?
Water is the last ingredient.
Water's the last ingredient. It
fried
always
water.
is for $4 at a drive-through. You guys go drive-through, get your fair
$4
food on,
water.
and we'll see you next week.
Get your arteries clogged.
Get your arteries clogged.
COVID got me.
.com.